format for today, we'll hear from each of our four fall sport coaches. They'll introduce the student athletes that they have here with them. Each of them will just give you a brief overview of their season. They won't take any questions from the podium. Then we'll have plenty of time for any one-on-one interviews that you want to do following. And our athletic director, Dr. Looney, will also be available for one-on-ones if you want to do those. First, we'll ask Jeremy Province to come up, our men and women's cross-country head coach. Jeremy's set to start his fifth year here at UNA, and I have to give him a plug. Jeremy finished 158th at the Boston Marathon this past year out of 25,314 runners. He averaged 5:46 a mile, which I'm heard is pretty good. So, but congratulations on that, Jeremy. He's doing a great job with our cross-country program. And Jeremy, come up and say a few words.
All right, so man, he hyped me up right there. It's not really that impressive, but it was definitely a good experience. And then Dr. Looney, man, following everything that he had to say, I mean, just a ton of excitement. You know, like there's a lot of great things that's happened within the past 4 years of the transition, but also within the past, you know, even year that Dr. Looney has been around. So I do want to thank Jeff and the administrative staff and everybody involved for putting this together, and then everybody that's in the audience and in media for coming out and supporting University of North Alabama athletics. Because like we said, it's exciting times, and I think the excitement within our cross-country program is even heightened because we're really excited about the group of guys and girls that we have within our program. I did bring Emily Daniel. She's representing the women's cross-country program, and then J.J. Hibbard's representing the men's cross-country program. Emily's going to be a junior for our women's team this fall, and J.J.'s going to be a senior for our men's team. J.J.'s one of the first guys, and I'm going to pick on me a little bit, one of the first guys that committed when I took the head coaching job. All right, recruited that first year, and he's one of the first ones from Colorado Springs to believe in what we were trying to build at University of North Alabama and with our cross-country program. You know, appreciate all the hard work he's put in, and he's going to be a really play an instrumental role in our team as we approach season this fall. Just to talk a little bit about the men's and women's team. So for the women's side, I did want to mention that the big kind of key word thing we're going to focus on this fall is going to be growth. We had a ton of new faces last year. We actually had 8 incoming freshman girls, and then we also had several girls that were sophomores on last year's team. So just a lot of new faces. It was a completely new team from years past. I think this year, as we move forward and start the competition season, the big key for us is to focus on growth, seeing progress from being a young team to now a team that has experience and kind of knows and understands what it's like to compete at the Division I level. For the men's side, the big thing we're going to talk about is you know, I don't want to say results, but you know, we got to go out and perform well at some of the bigger meets that we have on our schedule, which is we'll talk about the schedule here in a second. You know, performance. We've got kind of a veteran group on the guys' side, and you know, we've got a lot of talent on that side for the men, on the men's side. So, you know, I think for us, as we kind of approach, you know, camp, we get 1 day of camp, and then we start classes. So we have a very short time to get ready for season. But the big thing there is just making sure these veteran guys are prepared, have a good mindset going in, and we'll be hopefully competing at a high level at some of the meets that we attend. The schedule sets up well. We don't really travel too much in September. We've got several home meets on the schedule. We'll get to sleep in our own bed for a while, which is good because we'll get to work hard early on. I do want to mention we've got a dual meet in McFarland on September 1st with University of Alabama. And then our next meet on September 10th is also a meet at McFarland Park, and we'll have about 15 schools there. So a couple chances here in the Shoals to come out and to support the cross-country programs. After that, we're going to travel to Huntsville on September 16th. We are the host school for the NCAA Division I South Regional Championship in partnership with the Huntsville Sports Commission, which will take place in November. So this September meet is an opportunity for us to put on a race for teams to come preview the course. And so, you know, we're excited about that meet right now. I think we have around 41 men's programs signed up and 38 women's programs and scattered across the Southeast. We've got teams from Texas and Kentucky and everywhere in between that's going to be attending that meet. So October 1st, we're going to go to Louisville. That'll be our first kind of road trip, true test against some high-quality teams, high-caliber teams in Louisville, Kentucky. We'll come back October 15th and have a meet at UAB, and then it's off to postseason where we'll compete in the ASUN Conference and again, the regional championship in November. So we're excited about the schedule. There's some really good meets on the schedule for us to kind of push us, see where we're at as a program. And hopefully bring the best out of our guys and girls as we prepare for them. That's really all I've got. So just wanted to mention a few student athletes, talk about the schedule a little bit, and I appreciate everybody coming out and supporting. And as always, Roar Lions.
J.J. Hibbert is up next of UNA Cross Country in his 4th season with the program. J.J., Coach Province mentioned that you were one of the first recruits to sign with him when he came to the University of North Alabama. Just how special has this place been to you as you've embarked on your career?
Oh, it's awesome. Being the first recruiting class shows a lot of trust from Coach, and hopefully we've done him well by that. Going into our last year, hopefully we can get some really good results for him.
How can you sum up last season? You were UNA's top finisher in 3 of the 6 events that you ran in.
Yeah, no, it's really good. Been putting in some hard work, and we got a lot of great guys there to push me. I think in all my races, there was always a guy pretty close behind me in second, or I was chasing guys in half of them too. So we have a really good group of guys that can always go back and forth with, and that's really what's going to make us fast this year.
What can you guys build on the success of last year?
Hopefully, a really good finish at conference is going to be awesome, and then to be really competitive at regionals is going to be the big goal for this year.
Take us inside the training. How many miles do you guys average a day, a week, and in a season?
So I can't tell you for season for sure, but I know in a day we go about 8 to 12, and in a week, on a low week, we'll go about 65. On a high week, we'll go 80 and maybe touch a little higher. So a lot.
How many pairs of shoes will you go through in a season?
Normally about 2. Can put about 600 miles, 700 miles on a pair of shoes, and we'll go through about 1.5 or 2.
Coach Province competed in the Boston Marathon last year. How motivating is it to have a coach that gets out there and runs like that?
That's awesome, especially on long runs. You can get help with at least diet, nutrition, water breaks, all that. And then hopefully this winter, maybe I'll try to qualify myself.
Let's wrap it up with this. JJ, your goals for the upcoming year?
I'm hoping to go personally under 25 minutes in the 8K. Maybe catch Barry Fitz at 24:30. That's a little bit of a stretch. We'll see if we can do it. And hopefully as a team, again, good finish at conference and a good finish at regionals.
Best of luck this season.
Awesome. Thank you.
Chatting with Emily Daniel from Moulton, Alabama, in her 3rd season running cross country at the University of North Alabama. Emily, the season's about to start here in a couple weeks. What are you most looking forward to this year?
I'm just excited for all the competitive races and to be back with my girls.
Take us through some of your pre-race superstitions.
I always wear the same socks throughout the season. Always get a smoothie bowl from Turbo and a coffee.
When you guys are running, are you guys out there chatting while you're running, while you're training?
Sometimes, if it's a good day, if it's a bad day, we're usually all having a bad day, so we're not talking.
Take us through a typical training week. How many miles are you guys logging?
Right now, anywhere from some of us are doing 35 to 40, some of us are doing 40 to 50. So.
Let's talk about this upcoming season. You guys will have a couple races in Florence, a couple races in Huntsville, including the ASUN Championships and the NCAA Regionals. How exciting is that you're from this area to run so many races here in the state of Alabama?
I'm really excited. It's really exciting for my family, so they don't have to drive so far. And I'm just excited to be in my own element and not have to stress myself out so far away from my things.
What are some of your favorite things about the University of North Alabama and the campus?
I love Leo, obviously. And I just love everything's so natural over here and small. Doesn't take too long to get anywhere, but yeah.
Let's wrap it up with this. Your expectations for yourself coming up this season?
I'd love to PR and just have fun. I just want to enjoy my time here at UNA and really indulge in the competition.
We're looking forward to it, Emily. Thanks for chatting with us.
Thank you.